What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video in the Halloween series. This is our clown part 2, which is our intermediate clown. Let's get right into it. So to start with, I'm just going to clip my hair out the way. So this look is sort of like, it's a bit easier, it's not as complex as our like final boss look. And it's like our medium look. I don't know why I'm making it more complicated than it is. So to start with, I've put in some contacts and I think they are gonna make this look really sick because it's kind of like a black and white vibes clown. If you don't have contacts, that's fine, but I think they look really cool with this look. These ones are from Pinky Paradise, like literally every lens in this series. Pinky Paradise, please sponsor me. So to start with, I'm just gonna go in and do a white base. Alright, so now that we got like the most basic of base coats on, I'm going to go in with a Beauty Blender and just sort of blend this out, and we can add in more white where we need, and this is where we're just going to really even out and get that base looking nice and even. Alright, so now that we've got our base coat on, I'm just going to go in with a setting powder. Use whatever setting powder makes you happy. I'm using a translucent one, and we're just going to set under our eyes so that they don't crease. And then we're also just going to do our main part of our forehead. Now, I've not gone for a super opaque white base, so I've done that by when I was going in with that watercolor face paint, just not using as much, like, not saturating it quite as much, just because this is like our more casual look. Alright, so next up, contour. I'm just going to go in and do my regular contour. This is a slightly glam look, so, you know, do whatever contour frames your face how you like it to be framed. And then once we got that on and we look like a crazy person, once again back in with that Beauty Blender and we're just going to blend it out. I contoured a little bit low, so I'm just going to counteract that with a little bit more white. We look crazy with just the base and the contacts. We look absolutely batshit fucking insane. So now that we've got that on, I'm going to go in with a little bit of contour powder and we're just going to sharpen up just a little wee bit. Just where we got to. So I'm just going to do like my cheeks a little bit, my jaw, just basically going over those spots that we contoured, essentially, and then I'm going to go back in with my Beauty Blender and just... Okay, and that's the boring basic stuff done. Now we can actually get into the more fun stuff. So to start with, we're going to grab our eyebrow palette. If you don't know what an eyebrow palette is, I will explain. So I essentially brought some little singular magnetic eyeshadow. So I got a black and a brown, so I have my main shade and my transition shade. I keep those in a palette on their own. I have a specific brush for it. And before I put my eyebrows on, I saturate the brush with a little bit of Got2b hairspray. Then I get the colour, get it nice saturated again. I use that to put my eyebrows on, and then my eyebrows stay on all fucking day. Use a hairspray that's safe if you're going to do it. Don't use this eyeshadow for anything else. Be safe and you'll be fine. Catchphrase of the day, be safe and you'll be fine. So I'm going to go for some pretty boss bitch brows, which for me essentially means some sharp brows. So let's quickly carve those out. Nice, sharp, high button. I can't wait in like 10 years for no one to know what button means. It's going to be weird because I'm still just going to be running around saying it because I'm a creature of habit. I'm just an old person disguised as a young person in reality. I'm like a 6-year-old granny in my soul. One eyebrow on. And there are our eyebrows. Pretty eyebrowy. Next up, this is going to be like a black and white makeup look. So I'm going to go in, I've used this a couple of times and it's absolutely one of my favourite Halloween pieces to use. It's this Duo black and white eyeliner and it's water activated. So I think this was £4. My mini watercolours palette that I use, which is a Snazaroo brand, was £9 or £11. I don't remember specifically. One of those. So get what works within your price bracket. Do what you gotta do for you, is what I'm trying to say. So we're doing like a half and half look. So one side's gonna be our white side, one side's gonna be our black side. Eeny, meeny, miny, this is our white side. So I'm just gonna start carving out like a diamond shape on this side and just fill that in with that white. And then we're gonna carry that on over the top. We can just go over the eyebrow. It's fine. And then we're just gonna fill that in. Now that we got that white side started, at least, it's not quite done. We're gonna switch to the black side of this and just sort of mirror that pattern onto the other side. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go back into that white side and just pull it down a bit more. Okay, so that's that for now. We're going to want to let that set a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to go in and quickly do our nose, and yeah. So I'm going to go for a black nose because this is like a black and white clown look. So we're just going to go in and do a little circle. Fill that in. Now I'm actually going to pull that down a little bit. And then there we go. That's kind of something. What we're going to do is, where this is going to get a little bit more complicated, we're going to go in with that black again. We're going to start tracing out a really big smile. And then at that end, I'm just going to circle it up. And then we kind of got our smile carved out. Don't worry, we're not going to leave it there. What we're going to do is we're actually going to switch over to our white side in that middle part. And then once we've done there, we're just going to get a little bit of that black and we're just going to start like flicking in the edges just gently. And then we're just going to give that a second to dry a little bit. And now what we're going to do, we're going to go back into the white and we're going to outline the black side of our eye. And now that we got that side done, we're going to switch over to the white side and outline that with some black. Alright, so now that we're done, we're going to quickly put our watercolours away for now. I'm going to grab a palette with a black and sort of a grey colour, would be my recommendation for this. Then with our black, we're going to go in, and on top of our lid with the black side, we're just going to quickly cover her up. And then on this side with the white, we're going to use our grey colour. And then under our eye as well on that white side. You see what we kind of done there? And then with that black again, we're going to go in and just sort of slowly start smudging in those edges where we were filling in. And then we're going to go in with that grey shade. And along those edges, blend those in a little bit. Just kind of like doing a smoky eye look, almost. I'm just trying to blend. And then, alright, next up, we're going to go in, grab some of our black eyeliner. I'm going to use a watercolour palette just because this is going to be a big piece, and we're going to mark out our neck. So we're going to go in like that, and then at the top, we're going to triangle it off. And then once we got that done, we're going to go in with our brush and we're just going to quickly finely point all those tops of those lines. Just kind of see where we're going. Alright. And then we're going to get that black once again and just start filling in every other line. Then once we've got that down, we're going to go in with the white and do any of those lines that we have left open. Alright, and then once we got that filled in, we're going to quickly take our hair down. And then we're actually going to go in and paint our hair a little bit. I use watercolor paints to paint my hair a little bit. So I'm just going to do a white piece at the front. I'm going to do this by just getting it, sectioning it out and just sticking it in. So our hair, I'm actually going to do like some side things like space bun styles. We kind of want them to look chaotic, messy, insane. And then that hair that's stuff down, just any black that's still showing, we're just going to go through with a little bit of white. And then we're going to have a really quick costume change. And here is the outfit. It's the Killstar knitted hoodie. It's a really cool piece. I like it a lot and it's pretty cool and like decrepit vibes. So here is essentially the finished look. You could finish this off with some lashes, but I prefer like the creepier vibes, I guess. This is my vibe of it. I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.